This is the afternoon weather briefing. This is for Tuesday, the 22nd of July. This is James Spann. It's hot, it's humid, but in some places we have a big downpour. It must be a summer day in Alabama. We'll check the radar. We are live this afternoon at 2:55. We actually have a severe thunderstorm warning in effect now for parts of northeast Alabama. This is for a thunderstorm cluster that's approaching Scottsboro back over toward Pisgah and Henniger that's dropping to the south-southwest. And the severe thunderstorm warning is in effect until 3:45 for parts of Jackson and DeKalb counties. That thunderstorm cluster coming down toward Section, Rainsville, then ultimately Fife and Langston. And, of course, it'll be coming down across Lake Gunnersville. And, again, the main concern here is the cloud-to-ground lightning. With all these summer storms, they can pack a tremendous amount of cloud-to-ground lightning. And there's a chance the winds could be pretty gusty in here. So, again, a severe thunderstorm warning in effect now for parts of Jackson and DeKalb counties in northeast Alabama until 3:45 for the thunderstorm cluster you see here. And they're actually moving almost due south today. I talked about moving southwest. You look at the animation, more of a southward motion there. And you can see that this is part of an area of storms that's lined up mainly over the eastern half of Alabama this afternoon. Got a few isolated showers into Madison, Marshall, and Morgan counties in the Tennessee Valley. Thunderstorms coming down through parts of Cherokee, Cleburne, and Calhoun counties as well. Take a kind of a wider view of the state, and you can clearly see the main storm action over the eastern half of the state today, east of I-65. We've got some pretty decent downpours around Leeds, east of Birmingham. Strong storms in progress down towards Sycamore, along Highway 21, Winterboro, down into parts of extreme western Clay County, down toward Millerville. And again, they're not severe in the classic sense here, but they're producing a lot of lightning and, of course, heavy rain. And again, keep in mind, these are dropping southward today. Got a pretty good thunderstorm in progress around the eastern part of Randolph County, east of U.S. Highway 431. Let's go down to the south. We'll check the southeastern part of the state. And got some thunderstorms in progress east of Montgomery and Macon County. Really heavy rain falling now through parts of Barber County, Clayton back over toward Eufaula. That's a really impressive cluster of storms there. Again, a lot of very active cloud-to-ground lightning and torrential amounts of rain. But these things are moving. They're moving to the south, so the rain will let up after about 15, 20 minutes. Got a good storm in progress on the Henry-Houston County line that's northeast of Dothan. Looks like the bulk of that will probably stay a tad to east of Dothan. Let's go down to southwest Alabama, and it's very, very quiet. I mean, nothing. Gulf Coast looks gorgeous today. Fort Morgan, Gulf Shores, Orange Beach, all the way to Destin, Panama City Beach. Just nothing but sun. Beautiful day for the Gulf Coast, and things are nice and quiet there. And you know the routine. Once we get the sundown, these storms will gradually fade, and we could see others popping up at any time. The better chance of them will be over that eastern side of the state this afternoon. So here's the upper air look. And again, the storms are kind of forming on the eastern periphery of an upper high. Had a pretty good trough back in the northwestern states, by the way, and troughing over the northeastern states as well. Visible satellite view for most of the state. The sky is partly to mostly sunny, but of course we've got those convective blobs over the eastern counties of the state. That's the regional radar composite. So with the showers and clouds, we have 80s, way below average. For example, Anniston 85, Ashland 85, Alexander City 89. But you work your way to the west, and we've got mid-90s. Look at Birmingham, 96. For some places, the hottest day so far this summer. Tuscaloosa, Jasper, 95. 95 at Utah and Greene County. Huntsville coming in at 95. The same for Dothan. Mobile at 94. Good old summertime. Heat advisories for most of Alabama. Not all, but most of the state. That's where the heat index might hit 105. Those heat advisories stretch northward into parts of the Midwest, western Great Lakes. And again, we've got this low in level 1 out of 5 marginal risk of severe storms over southeast Alabama. The area is in dark green on that map over into parts of Georgia and South Carolina. The main risk of severe storms through tonight way up north on top of the heat ridge. Parts of the Dakotas into Minnesota. This is tomorrow, pretty much the same zone, a chance of severe storms from Nebraska to the western Great Lakes. And on day 3, which is Thursday, Got a risk of severe storms on the lee of the Rockies and also around the Great Lakes, including Chicago and Detroit, Cleveland. We'll check rain for the next 7 days, and of course, these are simply average numbers. With summer storm distribution, rain amounts are very unevenly distributed. Rain amounts for much of the state, at least the northern half, 1/2 to 1 inch, 1 to 2 inches for the south. And the tropics, absolutely quiet. No tropical storms, no hurricanes, at least for the next 7 days. Good news for beachgoers. Here we go, model fans. GFS 12Z run, 4 o'clock tomorrow. 594 ridge in place, and really not much change tomorrow. We'll see mid-90s, a few storms about. This is the high-resolution HER, valid tomorrow evening at 6 o'clock, suggesting maybe a little increase in the number of scattered storms in the Gulf Coast. But even there, it's not going to rain all day. The sun will be out for a pretty good bit, but just keep in mind a few storms will be around. For inland parts of Alabama, just widely scattered storms. This is Thursday, and again, evidence the ridge could be a little weaker, which might open the door for an increase in the number of scattered showers and storms. Still not raining everywhere. Highs dropping in the low 90s. Same thing on Friday. And really the same thing on Saturday. Evidence the better chance of scattered storms could be over the western half of the state on Saturday, but pretty routine weather. High should be in the low 90s, which is exactly where we should be for this time of the year. Sunday, showers could be thinning out a bit. Monday, showers isolated. And a week from today, this is Tuesday, July 29th, we're kind of on the eastern periphery of a 594 ridge, and that looks kind of hot, kind of dry with mid-90s. Only isolated storms to cool us down. Let's go out 10 days. This is Friday, August 1st, beginning the last month of meteorological summer. The month college football begins. We can see the changing of the seasons here down the line. Looks like the core of the heat bubble at the end of next week, a little west of here, but the overall idea is the same. Hot, humid, a few pop-up storms around. So look at rain for the next 15 days, the mean between 1 and 2 inches. And again, this is coming off the AI version of the European Global Ensemble. But there are some outliers. Some of the members are up there in the 5-6 inch range, but you throw those out, you stick with the mean. Temperatures, it must be summertime. Highs in the 90s, lows in the 70s. Just in, latest long-range guidance, July 30th through August 5th. Ooh, nice and pleasant up in the northeast. Temperatures below average there, well below average, but a little above average down here. So, again, let's go back to the radar. And again, we're live at 3:03, and you can see clusters of storms moving over the eastern half of Alabama. And I say eastern half, mostly the eastern half. We note a couple of showers have popped up west of I-65 in Bibb County around Centerville and Brent. But again, we've got up in northeast Alabama a severe thunderstorm warning in effect for parts of Jackson and DeKalb counties for the thunderstorm cluster that you see here that's located kind of stretched out from near Scottsboro back over to Henniger. And we'll peek at the velocity real quick. And really, we're not seeing a lot in terms of wind here. And remember, to technically be severe, for the warning to verify, you need either 1 inch diameter hail or 58 mile per hour winds or greater. And I would suggest these are not at that limits at this point, but still, the warning is still in effect until 3:45. The main concern, heavy rain and lightning. It'll just pour for about 15 to 20 minutes, and the lightning will be popping. And again, that'll be coming down toward ultimately Highway 35, section Rainsville, Fort Payne. We got a pretty good cluster of storms in parts of Cherokee County. One up around Galesville, another south of US 411, down towards Spring Garden. And I would suggest that just maybe the heavier storms in progress on radar are down here. In fact, I see now the Weather Service in Tallahassee, they've issued a severe thunderstorm warning in effect now for Henry County in southeast Alabama for the storm cluster that is moving south out of Barber County. Those storms have come through Eufaula, and they will be coming down toward Abbeville and Headland in Henry County, Haleburg, places like that. And again, with this storm, the air is more unstable, and with that forward motion, that could produce some pretty strong winds. So again, that is a severe thunderstorm warning in effect now for Henry County, and that is in effect until 3:45 this afternoon. That's Henry County down in southeast Alabama. And also we note the strong storm cluster that is located in the far western part of Clay County and southern Talladega County, the cluster that you see right here, from Goodwater back up toward Winterboro and Sycamore, moving to the south as well. But again, once we get the sun down, these fade away. So the two severe thunderstorm warnings we have are basically on opposite ends of the state. We have one severe thunderstorm warning in effect for Jackson and DeKalb counties, and then one for Henry County down in southeast Alabama. And again, just all these things producing a lot of lightning and, of course, heavy rain. And in some spots, they could produce some strong gusty winds. So keep that in mind. Had a great time today in Bowden, Georgia. Big crowd. Had a great time today. A program sponsored by the Bowden Public Library. Thanks to everybody who came out to see me there. Really had a good time. Tomorrow, going to be out at First Baptist Church of Trussville. They have a special program there called Independence Place. I'll see the students involved there. Thursday, going to be in Albertville, Marshall County at Bridgewood Gardens, a senior community. Friday, going to be at Calera Middle School in Shelby County, rising sixth graders. We're kind of winding down the summer camp season as school is going to be starting soon, if you can believe that. We are not doing a book signing this Saturday. I just found out we are going to be doing one on August the 2nd, and we are going to be at the Chick-fil-A on Highway 72 in Madison. Hey, that's August 2nd, not this Saturday, but a week from Saturday. We'll have more details about that, but that'll be a lot of fun. And, of course, as always, we invite you to watch us on the television side, ABC 3340 News this evening. Thanks for watching. Have a great evening, and God bless.